Keep your brain young and resilient through lactate and the blood-brain barrier triggered by vigorous exercise. Hello, my pretties. Get ready for a mind-blowing workout. Orgasmicpathways.com is my website. Costs you nothing to like, subscribe, comment, share, but it helps me out a ton, and I deeply appreciate that. Okay, fitness fans, today we're going to geek out on how high-intensity exercise transforms your brain. Yup, you heard that right. Transforms, as in takes it to a whole new level. Now, we all know exercise is brain food, but high-intensity interval training, otherwise known as HIIT training, is like the premium stuff. Think neuroprotection, supercharged cognition, and a brain that's firing on all cylinders. So what's the magic ingredient? Lactate. That's right, the same stuff you produce when you're pushing yourself to the limit. During HIIT training, your body pumps out lactate like crazy. And here's the cool part. It's not just a waste product. It's a potent signal that sets off a chain reaction of benefits in your brain. Lactate, it's the brain's power-up fuel. First up, your neurons. They love lactate. It's like their favorite energy drink. It's way more efficient for your mitochondria. Those are like the power plants of your cells. To use lactate than glucose. And get this, your brain is actually designed to run on lactate. The support cells in your brain, called astrocytes, they're glucose guzzlers. They break down glucose and spit out lactate, which your neurons then use for fuel. It's like a clever little system. Now here's where it gets really interesting. When your neurons use lactate, they spare glucose, and that glucose gets diverted to make something called NADPH, which is a key player in creating glutathione, your brain's top shelf antioxidant. Think of it like having a superpowered defense system to keep your brain healthy and sharp. The lactate advantage for traumatic brain injury, this gets really important when we talk about traumatic brain injury, or TBI. After a TBI, your brain needs all the glutathione it can get, but it also needs glucose for your neurons to function. The problem is those astrocytes that usually supply lactate get damaged. So there's a shortage, but here's the cool part. Studies have shown that lactate infusions can improve outcomes for TBI patients. It's like lactate steps in as a superhero, supplying that critical energy when it's needed the most. So lactate, it's the brain building signal. So lactate is like a power up for your neurons, but it's also a signal that sets off a ton of beneficial changes in your brain. One of the big ones is that it promotes the growth of new mitochondria and your neurons. It's like leveling up your brain's energy production. And remember how we talked about lactate being a signal? Well, when your neurons use more lactate, they start pumping out neurotransmitters like norepinephrine, which helps you focus and be at the top of your game. It's like a shot of mental clarity. But the biggest deal might be that lactate signals your brain to produce more BDNF, the brain-derived neurotropic factor. BDNF is like the ultimate neuroprotector. It helps your neurons survive and thrive. And it's key to neuroplasticity, your brain's ability to adapt and change. Higher BDNF levels means better memory, sharper cognition, and protection against neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's. It's like a youth elixir for your brain. Lactate, the blood-brain barrier booster. This is a really cool thing right here. The benefits don't stop. Lactate also signals the blood-brain barrier. That's the tight barrier that controls what gets into your brain to produce more VEGF, vascular endothelial growth factor. VEGF is like a call to action for your blood vessels. It promotes angiogenesis, the growth of new tiny vessels, and helps repair damaged ones. So think of it like keeping the roads to your brain clear and flowing. So this is huge because the breakdown of the blood-brain barrier is a major player with the aging of the brain and neuroinflammation. It's like a vicious cycle that can lead to dementia. So by promoting healthy blood vessels, lactate is helping to keep your brain young and resilient, literally. The bottom line, HIIT training, vigorous exercise for higher brain function. Now, don't get me wrong, all exercise is great for your brain. The increased blood flow, the improved cardiovascular fitness, the rush of neurotransmitters, the endorphins, it all adds up to a brain that's performing at its best. But there's something really special about HIIT training or vigorous exercise, something special about pushing yourself to the point where you're producing a ton of lactate. It's like you're unleashing a cascade of benefits that take your brain to the next level. You're fueling your neurons, supercharging your defenses, promoting growth and adaptation, and keeping your brain young and resilient. And it's all thanks to that hard work, that vigorous work that you're putting in when you push yourself to the limit. So next time you're mid-workout and you feel that burn, just remember, you're not just building a stronger body, you're building a super-powered brain. Now that's a workout worth pushing hard for. Thank you very much for being here. Like I said, it costs nothing to subscribe, like, comment, share. It really does help me out a lot. So I appreciate you for that. Bye for now. Mwah.